Trouble is brewing at the New York harbor as the muscular aquatic supervillain Orca snaps a Roxxon shipping vessel in two. Authorities, reporters, and bystanders know none of them is enough to put a stop to this burly menace. The citizens of New York's quiet concerns erupt into cheers when the city's newest superhero, Regent, arrives on the scene. Regent is not only a formidable crime fighter, but also a media darling, as he consistently makes the right statements in front of the cameras while defeating Orca.
Wanting destruction, endangering the public. I don't need to see any more, and I certainly don't need to hold anything back. Humph! I am not scared of you, air breather. I am Orca. I've faced your armies and your Avengers, and you're just one man. True, but one man, the right man, with enough power on his side, can do the impossible. That man can save the world.
Regent knocks out the supervillain and burns away all the contaminants in the water that poured from the wrecked Roxxon ship. All the while, New Yorkers celebrate their newest PR-friendly hero. Curiously, we see Regent also taking Orca's unconscious body with him. Something that's not quite SOP for legit superheroes in the Marvel Universe. At Parker Industries, inside the Baxter Building, Harry Osborn falls just short of drooling all over himself when he sees Regent's most recent exploit.
Oh, Harry, I know that look. Saw it on your face every time Flash Thompson scored a touchdown.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're man-crushing.
I'm not.
One of their old friends, Daily Bugle ace reporter Betty Brant, has also paid their office a visit. As it turns out, she and Harry have made plans to gather their old high school gang for lunch. Betty tries to invite Pete, but Harry cuts her off, telling Betty that the owner of Parker Industries has got a lot of paperwork to do today. Although secretly, both Harry and Betty know there's a reason they can't invite old Pete to this nice lunch out. It only takes a second before Pete's employees swarm him. And the stress that comes with running his own company is far more taxing than his life as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Peter is so overwhelmed by the strain of running his own company that he rushes to his office, dons his trademark suit, and schedules an appointment for himself.
Man, how does a guy like Tony Stark do this? Have a life, run a company, and be a superhero. Feels like I'm back in high school. Except instead of letting a teacher down, I'm disappointing an entire corporation. Put it aside, Parker. Because you weren't exactly lying back there. You actually do have a Big Brother batting cage playdate with your very own protege, Miles Morales, the all-new and equally amazing Spider-Man.
Pew, pew, pew.
The OG Spider-Man arrives at the batting cage to meet with his successor. However, as Peter would soon discover, this pleasant appointment with his big brother is about to turn sour.
Hey, first, what have I told you about that? It's not pew, pew, pew.
Right, thwip, thwip, thwip.
Exactly, and second, what are you doing here?
What? I was just warming up.
Not you, him.
Hi, don't mind me. Just pretend I'm not here. Oh, who am I kidding? Like that's even possible.
Peter does not appreciate Tony's imposition, to say the least, especially when he finds out that the genius billionaire playboy went behind his back and did some upgrades to Miles' web shooters.
New web shooters? But I gave him his... Why does he need new ones?
That's strike one. Strike two comes with the next thing Tony tells him.
Honestly, we go way back, so this is just between you and me. But the design work on those things is terrible, so I fixed them.
You fixed them.
Ooh, not good. Tony, please stop before you...
Yeah, your pal Parker built those, right?
Yes, he did.
We don't have to tell him, but if you want, I could fix yours too.
While tensions rise at the park, Harry and Betty are having a fine lunch in Midtown, and we find out exactly why they didn't want Pete to join them. It's because Mary Jane Watson's also joining them, and she and Pete are not exactly on good terms right now. More importantly, their conversation stirs toward Regent after reading Betty's latest headline for the Bugle, which sparks something in Harry. That is to say, he puts two and two together, and they correctly conclude that Regent is none other than the wealthy industrialist Augustus Roman. Back at the batting cage, Tony persists in criticizing Peter Parker, unaware that he and the wall crawler are identical. All the while, Miles can only desperately try to defuse the situation, but to no avail.
Tony? Spidey? Maybe we should take this somewhere else before...
No, it's cool. We're fine. You were saying?
Well, he's not cut out for this.
This being?
The Big Boys Table, a global company. Come on, everyone knows he's going to screw it up. It's only a matter of time. And I'm just saying, when Parker Industries crashes, I'm here for you, Webhead.
Really?
Yeah, you could come work for me.
That's strike three. Even Miles knows it without the need for his spider sense. Because after hearing that, Miles knows this batting cage is about to be dedicated to an entirely different sport.
Great. Let's start now. This is me, boss. First day. Punching in.
And with that crisp right straight, now we have a fight.
Iron Man, don't! Guys, why don't we all just take a second and...
Could have taken my head off. What the hell is your problem?
Me? My problem?
Tony and Peter get into a corporate pissing match while they tussle. And Miles, he's just doing his best to keep the peace.
What you're seeing here. This is company loyalty. I believe in Parker Industries.
You're acting like a lunatic. I was just trying to give you some sound financial advice.
Time! I'm calling a timeout.
Sound? I'm at one of the biggest companies in the world. And you want me to come over to your little mom and pop store?
Mom and pop?
Alright, words have been said, but it's not too late to...
That does it.
Ooh, look! I'm flying with Iron Man. That one of the rewards on the Start Kickstarter page?
Yeah, it's too late.
The two older heroes cause such a scene that even one bystander drops a truth bomb on us.
Whoa, why are they fighting each other?
It's what superheroes do now.
The entire altercation between Webhead and Shellhead turns into a public relations calamity, as it is widely broadcast across the city. Back at Regent's base, we find out that this new superhero has a habit of stealing other superpowered individuals' powers, which is exactly what he did to Orca after stowing him away. Regent tells his assistant that it's time to start the next phase of their plan after seeing Tony and Pete fighting on screen. Somewhere in the city, Miles has decided to swing out of there after realizing that his two elder heroes wouldn't listen to reason.
And I'm out. Seriously, I do not know either of you right now. I swear you're both acting like a couple of man-children.
Your best-selling product is nothing but a glorified iPhone.
Pew pew pew, thwip thwip thwip.
The operating system on our webware is years ahead of anything you'd ever.
Miles leaves to go home, but all of a sudden, Regent traps him in a force bubble and forces him on the ground. Meanwhile, Pete and Tony's fight takes a personal turn.
So stealing Parker's girl wasn't enough. Now you're going after my protege?
Watson's not anybody's girl. That's none of your business. And as for Morales...
Stop! Where's Miles?
It's too late for them to realize that Miles has just been given a solid beating by Regent. They head towards a nearby explosion, knowing that they could find the young web-slinger there. But all they discover is a piece of his suit.
My sensors say this is the epicenter of the blast.
Mine too.
Enough. It's not a contest, okay?
Back off! I'm not the one who was.
I know, all right? It was me. This is all my fault.
Well, I sure didn't help.
Agreed. But right now the important thing is... Miles.
That's because Regent, aka Augustus Roman, has just kidnapped the boy with the intent of stealing his powers. Augustus changes into his civilian identity just in time for Betty Brant to arrive in his office for a follow-up interview. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and we hope you liked this video. Sound off in the comments section below about any comic stories you'd like us to cover. And don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell for more. In the meantime, why not check out the next video? We'll catch you soon. Take care.